What's going on, everyone? This is going to be about the ones that are preparing to get ready for boot camp or thinking about joining, or you could be active right now and watching this and wanting to share it with someone, or you're out and you're a veteran. Thank you for your service, you're a veteran, and you just want to look back and have some good old boot camp stories, memories, and moments. If you have any of that, please, of course, put them in the comments, like, share, subscribe as well. But these are my list for preparing for boot camp, and it's pretty detailed. I'm gonna go over a little bit over them. Like I always, I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes because I don't want it to be too long, dry, and extensive. And of course, I'm gonna share my experience in regards with it. So part one is being physically ready. And under physically ready, you have fitness. So making sure that you are physically fit for boot camp. Yeah, of course, your crew will say, yeah, meet these physical requirements. Like, hey, I can do, I'll just say, for example, 5 jumping jacks, 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups. Okay, cool. And then when you get there, you realize, man, they got me doing like 20. Man, they didn't say that. Always be ready. So make sure you get your push-ups down, your sit-ups down, especially for your PRT, even though it got canceled this season, but whenever it comes up, and since they haven't implemented planks yet. So make sure you can do, me, truthfully speaking, at least maybe 60, 70 push-ups and sit-ups within like that 2-minute window that they give you. But even then, try to do as much as you can. Try to do as much as you can. Don't be that guy or gal that does the bare minimum for boot camp. Like, yeah, they only got to do 20 push-ups. No, do more. Do more for that. And one thing that I've experienced in boot camp, there was someone that lost 20 pounds in boot camp. And I myself, because I am kind of like physically fit just based off of my body tone, I ended up gaining 10 pounds. So the food there was good. And we did, work out a lot. I won't say workout, but push-ups, sit-ups, arm circles, wall sits, 8 counts, 10 counts, all these other physically requiring things. So I was able to gain 10 pounds during boot camp. Some people lost weight. Some people just stayed the same. So it might be the same for you as well. And I think that's pretty cool that, just getting physically fit for it. Another one, water. If you're not a water person, if you don't hydrate, now's the time to, because they might or might not let you drink water during your chow times. And I say that in the sense of, because when I was in, you had the canteen on you, and they always check to make sure if you hydrated for the day or not. Some would actually, the artists would actually come, be like, oh, you ain't hydrating today. Why aren't you hydrating? And then who knows what will ensue after that. So make sure you're hydrating. If you can, if you leave, I don't know, maybe a week, a month or whatever, just stick to just drinking more water and you should be good on that. Sleep routine. If you're not a morning person, well, it's time to be. It's time to be a morning person. I'm recording this at like 6 in the morning. And my ideal time of sleeping in before I join is like 10 a.m. I get a good 10 a.m. sleep. Like, boom, okay, what's going on today? Now, me sleeping in now is 7 a.m., maybe even sooner than that, because I set an alarm to get up early to do stuff like this and check news and all that other stuff. So make sure you get into a sleep routine, a good sleep routine, because on the ship, breakfast from 6 to 7. So if you're that person that wakes up at exactly 6 to, eat breakfast and do other things, then hey, it's good on you. But at the same time, it's always best to get up early. Like they say, if you're on time, you're late. So breakfast is at 6, why not get up early at like 5:30, 5:45, use the restroom, shave, and then just waiting line. I'm talking about command-wise. But in boot camp, RDCs are gonna come in, make sure everyone's woken up, awake. Yeah, awake. That's the word, not woken up awake. My grammar. But either way, so if everyone is up, they'll be like, oh, okay, everyone's ready. Got it. And kind of make their job easier as well. At least I would think. Okay, getting into a rhythm. So, of course, you got waking up, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yes, you're gonna get that every day in boot camp. And in between, there's gonna be lessons and things that are going on. So it's not as if, Yeah, you know what? I don't feel like doing anything today. Yeah, me neither. Hey, everybody, we're gonna play bingo. Oh, yeah, bingo. No, that's not the case. There's always gonna be a rhythm. There's something going on. And speaking of rhythm, if you don't know or have rhythm, now's the time to, because you're gonna be marching any and everywhere unless you're by yourself. So it's a simple rhythm like boom, 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 boom. And marching, you start off on the left foot first. So if you're not used to cadence, like, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, you're 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Marching, just get rhythm. Walmart doesn't have it. Target doesn't have it. It's in the heart. It's in the heart. Okay, I'm not even pointing to my. It's in the heart, and it's in here too. So make sure you just get rhythm. Simple 1, 2, 1, 2, because it's gonna be marching a lot in boot camp. And we had a couple people that didn't have rhythm, and they got called out a lot for having 2 right feet, 2 left foot. It was pretty funny, but at the same time, you don't want to get yelled at all the time for that. Military bearing is a big one, not just in boot camp, but in the whole Navy as a whole. Me, growing up Southern, I grew up saying yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and looking people directly in the eyes. Unless their breath stank, and I kind of, did one of these numbers or help my breath. But either way, same thing applies to military bearing. So yes, petty officer, no petty officer, looking them directly in your eyes. Yes, chief, no chief. Not, talking under your breath. Unless they say don't look into their eyes. Not, yes, chief, I understand. Yes, petty officer. No, straight, military bearing. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. And just be stern about it. Just have a great military bearing and just it's all about that professionalism at the end of the day as well. Another one is knowing the military information. So knowing the ranks, knowing the chain of command. Whenever you join boot camp, they're gonna give you a little trainee guide, and it's gonna have a little bit of everything on there. And just study that. And you're gonna take quizzes throughout boot camp on that as well. So know that guide, know it front and back, and make sure your future sailors, your future brothers and sisters, know that guide as well. And that will help you out a lot. Another one is don't try to hide under the radar and enjoy it. They're gonna have jobs available. So if you want to be the RPOC, the one that kind of leads the marching and does other things, or the AROC, the one that sings cadence, I have some cadence videos. It'll be in the description. Do that. Like if they say, hey, who can sing? Like, hey, I can sing a little bit. Okay, boom, you're the AROC. Or hey, who's good with paperwork? Okay, you're the yeoman. Who's good at being a leader? Who's good at marching? Okay, you're the RPOC. There's gonna be different things that are gonna be available. So if you want to take that job, then go ahead and do it. Sometimes the RDCs will just pick you, and there might be other times they'll say, hey, who's good at drawing or who's good at this, and then they'll select you, and there you go. A big one: be mentally ready. I know that's kind of weird to say. It's not like, you go into a mountain and you just meditate under a waterfall for 20 minutes. The water's cold. Like, why would you do that? But anyway, remember why you joined. There's going to be times in which you're going to get yelled at and it's going to suck. And, you miss home. You miss Chick-fil-A or playing your PlayStation. Because no one has an Xbox, right? Oh, a little Xbox jab there. But either way, remember why you joined. Whether it's to serve your country, for college, or some people say, hey, my dad was a first generation, I'm gonna be a second generation. Whatever has motivated you to join, may that continue to motivate you in that process. Yeah, there's gonna be times when it sucks, but at the same time, you have to hold on to that and just leave everything behind. When I say that is, hey, I'm Seaman Clark, and Seaman Recruit Clark, and I'm joining the Navy. When you're in there, then you're in there. It's not as if you're, whatever your nickname was back then, Big Guns Clark, or whatever the case may be. You're starting off new. No one knows who you are. All you have right there is you're just a name and a body. So you're literally starting over from scratch, in a sense. And another thing going along with that, your phone. This is a little tip. So whenever I joined, I was able to make a phone call when I first got there, and then they sent it back home. Speak with your mom, your dad, or whoever's your legal guardian, or your wife, your spouse, and just say like, hey, here's my Facebook information. Whenever I give you like my bootcamp address, post it on Facebook. So, hey, this is, Clark's wife, this is his bootcamp address. Feel free to write them so people know like, oh, okay, this is his address. Cause me, I wasn't even thinking like that. And I didn't think Facebook was big at the time. I'm lying, yes it was. Oops. But I say that to say this, that if they have that information, then they can message you. Cause for me, it was just my mom and maybe 2 other people. But if you have like 8 different people writing you, that's more motivation to, that kind of motivates you whenever you get a letter in boot camp. It's one of the best feelings ever. It's one of the best feelings ever. And just accept that you're not gonna be at home. So you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna be homesick, you're gonna miss your dog, your PlayStation, and all these other things, but you have to realize, why did you join? And what motivated you to join? And another thing is just knowing the system. That kind of goes along with the schedule, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all these different things. But just knowing the system of like, hey, I know at this time is breakfast, this time is lunch. So what can I do to get ready? The same thing, if you watch my video, Navy calendar, there are some things that will continually always happen, with the exception of the pandemic going on. So it's always good to think ahead. So if you know they're gonna come in at 6 o'clock and say, hey, get up, it's time to eat, it's time for breakfast, then okay, let me get up at 5:15, 5:30, get my uniform ready, shine my boots. So by 6 o'clock, I'm ready, and why not wake up your other brothers or sisters as well? And that's a good thing. And another thing, enjoy every moment. I know people like in high school and college are like, man, I can't wait for this to be done. I am tired of this. I can't stand this teacher. People are going to say the same thing about boot camp. Man, my artist keeps yelling at me. They're always picking on me, or they have a strong accent. I don't know what they're saying. It's like, just enjoy every single moment. The times that you get to laugh. Don't just, yeah, that was kind of funny. No, I'm laughing on the inside. Yeah, that was funny. Or the Kawhi laugh, like, Don't do that. Enjoy every single moment. Because you only have one boot camp. Unless, I don't know, you join another branch or something. But enjoy it. Enjoy it. Like some of my memories I had of boot camp was, I got there in January. So my RDC, who had a thick northern accent, she always got on to me because I was a bit of a troublemaker. I'll just say it right there. I was a bit of a troublemaker. So that was probably the reason why I was so physically fit, or something that led to my strong physical fitness, strong physicality. But either way, we were marching one day and she's like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Yes, petty officer, I'm ready." She's like, "Okay." So we're marching and she trips. And when she tripped, she said, "Oh, dang," like out loud, and it echoed. And I was crying in laughter. And then she's like, "Who's laughing?" I just got completely quiet, like, I'm not saying anything. But just enjoy like moments like that. And it's not as if your RDCs are just gonna yell at you and be mad at you the whole time. Like, they're humans too. They have a family as well. At the end of the day, they have a job to do. And the hardest thing for me in boot camp was the swim, because I'm not a swimmer. So I had to deal with that a good amount of times. So there's gonna be things that people just won't be used to. So the swim for me, and then the easy thing for me was the PT. And I'll say the last but not least thing is, I don't know if the air's thinner or whatnot, but I made sure I was good running wise. But whenever I did my first PRT, it was something else. It was something else. But that about sums it up for preparing for boot camp. If there's anything I forgot, then, hit me up. Just let me know. Email me. And of course, check out the underway list that I have in the description. Thank y'all and have a great day.